Hey guys, you know what it is, man. You see, hey, he got the old English in man, but we throw up the U around here, man. Hey man, we got an alum that comes home, man.
Yes.
One of the best route runners to
Yes.
me that I can
Yep.
remember. We're gonna talk about him on the other side. Before we get to that though, how you doing, fam?
I got itis, man. I just had some spaghetti. I'm chilling
Yeah,
right now, man.
you out here rubbing the belly.
At the big
All
belly,
right,
man.
all
Let's
right, man.
go.
Let's get
Let's
into this Canes
go.
talk.
Welcome to the You Heard Podcast.
I'm hurt, dog.
Ben and Joe break down all things Miami Hurricanes football.
Don't ask me if I'm all right. Hell no.
From hot topics to pre- and post-game analysis.
Joaquin said dominate, and we not doing it.
You heard.
I put my...
Hey guys, hey look, Ben. I think we forgot to do it last time, man. Clink, clink, man. Clink, clink, clink. You know what I mean? Cheers, my brother. Let's go. Let's get it.
Great.
Hey man, look,
Cheers,
I'm
man.
gonna take a step back here.
We
You're the
actually-
resident receiver of the pod. You know what I'm saying? I want your take on it. On Kevin Beard coming home, man.
Who we talking about? Who we even talking? Who? Oh, KB. KB is home.
KB is home, fam.
Yeah. First, how you feel? How do you feel about it? Like on a scale of 1 to 10, you know what I mean? How you feel
All right.
about it?
So how I feel about it is a 9.5. Right? Because
Okay.
teacher, hard worker, recruiter, alum,
Mhm.
like one, you know what I'm saying, started from the bottom, graduate assistant to work his way up to where he's at now. Have 5 years, so he shows
Mhm.
longevity of wherever he's at. 10 for me,
Mhm.
keeping it a buck would have been Hank, just because the league aspect, right? Like let's keep it a buck here, man. That would have been a 10 for me.
Okay.
But this was my next guy. We talked about it on the last show. It was like, yo, it's Leonard, it's Hank or Beard. We good. So it's a 10 for Hank.
Yeah.
This is a perfect, and I don't want to say backup plan because that's disrespectful. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's disrespectful to Kevin Beard and his work ethic and everything he's done. But
Right.
I don't want to
1A, 1B.
Yeah, 1A, 1B. I don't want to get too excited, be like, oh, we're about to win the chip, and you know what I'm saying, the outrageous shit that we do, we as a Canes fan collective do on Twitter. But to me, it was big that Jeremiah Smith was his first call, like, hey man. And Jeremiah Smith broke the news. You hit me last night. You were still up past 9:00. So salute to you.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? You were like, you hit me with that screenshot.
Salute, baby.
You know what I'm saying? Hit me with that screenshot. I was
That's because my wife be snoring. man.
I don't think she wanted you to say that on the show, son. Like
That's the only reason why I'm up.
if you don't fall asleep first, it's a wrap. Just my no, I hear you on that one. My wife is the same way because I snore like a monster, bro. All right, man. So yeah, 9.5 for me as far as excitement, because I like workers, man. Like I don't like names. You know what I'm saying? Like Hank isn't a name. Hank is a worker. So to me, he's another one's gonna come in like, yo, and just teach. So what about you, man? Scale 1 to 10 for Kevin Beard.
I think an 8, man.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with an 8, man. Like you said, tireless worker. He's still young enough to relate. You know what I mean? And old enough to have experience.
Yeah.
He coached. He's been around. He's been
Mhm.
around, man. KB a vet now.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So he been around. When he was here, he coached. Who he coached? Braxton Berrios, Stacy
Facts.
Coley, right? Or was it Stacy Coley?
Yeah, he was
Let
with
me
Stacey
see.
Coley. Yeah.
Was he with Stacy Coley?
Yeah.
Herb Waters, Stacy Coley, Rashawn Scott.
Mm-hmm.
You
Scotty
know what I mean?
as a
So
yeah.
Lawrence Cage, I think, was here too.
Yeah, he helped recruit him. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, a lot of those guys went to the league.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of those guys, you had about 4 or 5 of those guys in the league, man. So, he can coach, he can develop.
Yeah.
So I'm good with that, definitely. And he's a legend in Florida, South Florida. So
Yeah, he could relate to these young men. And I think there's something to be said, which was our problem last year, for playing the position, right? Like there's no knowledge like having that firsthand knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
you played receiver in you know what I'm saying, high school and college. There's things that you know that
Mhm.
somebody who's just teaching, like coaching the spot, won't might not be able to see that. Hey, look, you might want to see these little tendencies for the corner and look out for, you know what I'm saying, little things like
Mhm.
that. So he played the position, which is,
Yep.
look, man, which is why Brian Hartline is so effective, right? He played the position, was under, you know what I'm saying, wasn't a very skilled guy, but he was a hard worker. So for us just to be in that competition and in that conversation, I don't know how much it means that Jeremiah Smith tweeted that out, and I'm not gonna react like, oh, he come in here, because it's a, you know what I'm saying, it's a long recruiting process till December. What are we, 8-9 months away?
Mhm.
So, but now we got somebody that,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying, he gave a shout out to, and he can get in the room with it, but like, yo, man, I did this for real. Like, son, like, let's keep that
Right.
already is more of a shout out than Josh Gaddis ever got.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to beat a dead horse, or,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, shit on his name or whatever, but like, that's keeping it a buck. Like, I never saw any other receiver shout out Gaddis at all in the 12 months he was here last year.
Facts.
So that's already big to me. Like,
Facts.
yo, oh, like, that's Chance Robinson looking at that. Like, yo, he's already hollering at Jeremiah Smith, JoJo Trader, who's already been, you know what I'm saying, quote unquote, a Miami lean. We get the two-headed monster from Chaminade. It's a problem. Because I'm on Richards.
Yeah. That's fact.
I'm on Richards. Last one we got. I'm on Richards, man.
Man. I was just watching highlights. Him and Stacy Coley on the field together was
I know.
crazy, man.
I know.
You know what I mean? Amon was a freshman. I think Stacy was a senior, junior,
Yeah.
senior. And it was crazy because Stacy Coley, we're gonna talk about him later in,
And
later
yeah,
episode, but that man was a smooth route runner,
like,
man.
oh, it
Oh
was like water, man. Like you never saw,
uh
the stop, right? Like let's say on a you just saw the smoothness of it. You never saw, like, it was never like a
son.
lot of receivers, and this is just my eye, right? A lot of receivers, you could see the pending hesitation to a stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can see, like, okay, I gotta turn here, gotta turn here. Like, you can see them thinking sometimes. Where Stacy Coley, man, like, it was like, you know,
It's
just
natural,
smooth, man,
son.
just so smooth for him, man. So, man, that's, yeah,
Yeah.
that,
I was watching us versus App State
okay,
up in
yeah,
App. And Stacy Coley ran a route, man. It might have been an out or a comeback. And fam, the DB was like 20 yards
yeah,
away.
just gone out of the picture.
Like he created so much separation,
Yeah,
man.
that dude was special. And again, a young man
Yeah.
coached by Kevin Beard. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know how much work he put
Mhm.
into Stacy Coley with those routes. Obviously, some stuff is God given, but some things have to be taught how to control
Yeah.
those gifts that God gives you. You know what I mean? So, hey,
Yeah.
man, Kevin Beard.
And like Blue was saying, right?
Mm-hmm.
The development and winning is gonna recruit
Yes.
itself, man. Like we need develop. I'm glad we have developers,
Yes.
like young cats that want to develop at the running back position, wide receiver position now, the
Mm-hmm.
quarterback
Mm-hmm.
position, which is very
Yes, sir.
important. We've already had it at the O
Yep.
line. Um,
We saw what Honest Cooper.
developers,
We
man.
saw what Honest Cooper last year.
Yeah, Inez Cooper. Yeah, definitely. And then if there's another DN, if there's a D line
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
coach, we gonna talk
Yes, sir.
about. That's more. That's development,
I
man.
think
That's
I,
development.
I don't know. Like, look, we started this 11-15-22, right? I don't know how often you were watching the games
Yep.
where, like, our true freshmen were playing, and notice that, like, they were noticeably
Hmm.
better. Not even like with the Mario regime. Just go back any administration. Like, our true freshmen were noticeably better and more instinctual than our sophomores, juniors. Like, I saw them just progressively get worse while they were here.
A lot of
Yeah.
regression. A lot of regression. Yeah, like Gervin Hall is an
Yes.
example,
Yeah.
right? Like
Monster first year.
freshman, yeah, crazy.
Crazy. And then
Yeah,
it got
yeah,
worse. It was
yeah.
like
And then
there was no development. And then that just, and
yeah.
Blue was right. That kills recruiting. Because I was like, why am I gonna go there to get worse? I'm going to get worse as I'm
Mm-hmm.
being taught. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it does work itself out, man. Because recruiting the whoever rates these people, you know what I'm saying, these players, what they are, 5, 4, 3 stars is important. But you can turn a 5-star into a 1-star real quick if you're a bad teacher. You know what I'm saying? It don't
Mm-hmm.
matter because you got to develop them on them skills because they might be a 5-star coming in, but there's things that they're doing that might not work in the, you know what I'm saying, at the next level because you're developing them for the NFL. You're not developing for your own selfishness because if you develop them for the
Yep.
NFL, then the next guy was like, oh, he put so and so into the league. He put so and so into the league. That's an easier conversation for me to have with a Jeremiah Smith than to be like, hey man, we ain't had a receiver in like 7 years. You think you got some time with us? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's very different.
Yep.
So, hey man, Kevin Beard. Yeah, what you hey, look, man, let's run through it, man. You said you had some stats, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm all about it. What you got?
Oh yeah, KB man. When he was at Miami, obviously we talked about Herb
Yep,
Waters. 41 catches, 600 yards. Over
yep,
600 yards. You know what I mean? Stacy Coley had over 600
yep.
yards and 40 catches. Rayshawn
Mm-hmm.
Scott had over 600 yards and 50
Yep.
catches. This is all in the same year. You got 3 receivers over 600
I don't
yards.
I can't remember the
You
last
know
time
what
we
I
did
mean?
that.
That's
Probably then. Probably then is the last time we did
yeah, that's
that.
that's crazy, man. And then, so just bringing the best out of people, man. You said it earlier, man, like fam, you have to develop and you have to get these cats. It don't matter if you're a 5-star, man. Keeping it a buck, a lot of times 5-stars are just bigger, stronger, and faster than everybody they playing
Facts.
with, man. You know what I mean? They have to
Mm-hmm.
develop some way. You ain't just coming in Ed
Yep.
Reed. You're not just coming in with that.
3-star Ed
You
Reed.
know, you need help develop. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You need help developing. So yeah, that's important, man.
Yeah.
Teachers.
Yes. Like, man, it's true because we've seen it too. We've had 5-stars that we recruited in the past. They didn't end up being 5-stars. I don't want to say names because you know what I'm saying, but we know who they are. You could go down you know what I'm saying?
But I'm gonna say, yo, listen, there was a linebacker that I don't know if you remember him. We recruited him. He was from
Oh yeah,
Kansas.
Arthur Brown.
His name was
I
Arthur
100%
Brown.
remember him. Him and his brother. Yeah, I remember him. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
Bryce Brown, Arthur
Yeah.
Brown,
Yeah.
right from Wichita, Kansas,
Mm-hmm.
man. I saw him play in high school. I was in college in Emporia. I was in that area around
Mm-hmm.
that time. I saw that man play, man. Like Arthur Brown was a
Yeah.
problem in high school. Like
Jumped
he
off the tape.
was and yes, Kansas is not,
He
huh?
jumped off.
Yeah, jumped off the
Yeah.
tape,
Yeah.
definitely. Kansas is not Miami or Texas or Cali. Nah. So the competition wasn't like that, but it was the best out there,
Mm-hmm.
and he just, that's what you're supposed to do if you're a 5-star. You make whoever you play against look minuscule, and that's what he did.
Yeah.
So
I remember him. Oh man, I
when he
remember Arthur
got to
Brown.
Miami,
Nothing.
what happened?
Nothing. Nothing. Hey, no disrespect to Arthur Brown and your family,
Man,
man, but it's what happened. Nothing.
facts.
Nothing. He went back to Kansas, didn't he? I think he
Yeah,
ended up going
man.
back.
We can't keep saying it's all the time on the players, man. All the time.
I can't.
Like it's on the players. Like I get it. You gotta contribute, but every single
Yeah,
time,
like
all the talent Miami had here.
yeah, it never made it never made sense why we got the quote unquote top level talent when we couldn't develop any talent. You know what I'm saying? Like their
Mhm.
schools, App
Yeah,
State, Toledo, Tulane last year. You know what I'm saying? Marshall. There's schools that have had less talent, but they got teachers and workers, man, to develop those young men
yep,
into just, you know what, man, just wanting to fight. Like not being like,
yep,
this is the only way to do it. Like, hey man, all right, this ain't working. Let's work together to win this. And that wasn't just last year. You know
yep,
what I'm saying? We could go down to our history books. It's been, nah, I'm gonna keep D'Onofrio a little longer. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm gonna keep this coordinator a little longer. It's never like let me find the quickest, you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
let me get people like me. But if I think the last Mark Richt aside, right? Because he was sick when he got here. You know what I'm saying? Like, praise up to him. You know what I'm saying, with Parkinson's and all that. But the last couple
Yes.
coaches we've had have had a problem in the fact that, to me, it felt like they never knew themselves. Right? They themselves didn't have a personality. Right? Like Manny or Golden, you know what I'm saying, had their things, right? Their like coach sayings, but like to me, just never, as an outsider, right? Just never felt like they knew they were like a fully formed person. You know what I'm saying? Like they just keeping it up, like they, and it was, and I'm not saying that Mario, like Mario is a fully formed asshole, right? Like that's without question. He knows exactly who he is. So be it right, wrong, or indifferent. So it when you don't have your own personality, you can't instill that on your team, right? Like you see Andy Reid is a finesse killer, right? He finds your weaknesses and kills you with that, like he did in the Super Bowl, and he finds a way to win. He knows what his person. All the great coaches instill the personality across the team, and have like-minded people across the team. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got workers, we got developers. You saw Honest Cooper was one of our best linemen last year as a true freshman. Look, too many times have our guys coming in been the better player, and that's just got to stop. Like Kobe Young shouldn't have been playing last year.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the people above him should have been better. Like he should have got no burn. I'm like, nah, you're not getting no time.
Right.
You a JUCO kid. You ain't gonna take my. I've been here at the year,
Right.
but he took your time, and there's that
Right.
the responses haven't been what I wanted. So this is a response. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody who was here last year is basically gone, starting fresh, and now moving on to the next one. We might have a gold jacket on the field, man. Hey, this look. See the headline.
Man.
You see it. Look, this is the only shit that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Well, he's not. All reports where he's going to
Yeah.
the Dolphins. Jason Taylor, obviously, right?
Mm-hmm.
All reports are he's going to the Dolphins. We talked about it. Oh, he's gone. He's gone. We got to figure out another lineman, not defensive line coach. Barry Jackson comes out. Barry Jackson comes out with a report today saying that, you know what I'm saying, he's staying. There's been some offers and some negotiations, and, you know what I'm saying, giving him a bigger role. This right here. No, this has not been reported. We haven't spoken to nobody, haven't checked with nobody, haven't hit up any chat, nothing. This shit right here, we just talked about before. Like you said it. This is the only shit that makes sense. This right here is the only thing that makes sense to me is Jason Taylor, co-DC.
Right.
So what made you say that, man?
Right. Yeah. I was like, man, is he associate head coach, D-line, you know what I mean? Defensive run stop coordinator or something? Like, he got to be something, man. You know what I mean? Not that it's not deserved, you know what I mean? But in order to keep him, and I think I read that he really wanted to stay in Miami. Like, he really wanted to stay in college at Miami. So if that's the case, I mean, I get it. It's not like he's chasing a bag. He doesn't need to go to the league to chase a bag. He already,
that bag's been secured.
He got to go with that.
Yeah.
He's been at that. You know, so if he truly at his level, at his, you know, where he's at in his career, if he truly just wants to stay at Miami, then that's what it is. I wouldn't be surprised by it. You know,
I mean, he was a guy that started in high school, right? Like his kids played at St. Thomas. So he's like,
he coached us. He was the D coordinator at St. Thomas.
Like if I remember the story, it's like he started out just like kind of lending a hand, and then he's like, oh, I kind of like this coaching shit, and then he became like a defensive assistant. So like at high school, St. Thomas being whatever, you know what I'm saying, St. Thomas being St. Thomas, but like a Hall of Fame defensive end was like, yeah, man, I'll start from here. That shows like he could have been at the league way before. You know what I'm saying? He got a gold jacket. That gets you into the room very quickly with a lot of people. So he's like, nah, we'll do this way, man. To me, never had a conversation. Hopefully one day he'll be a guest on the show. You know what I'm saying? Little manifestation there. But to me, he's always looked like a guy who just likes to work, man. Like you said, he already got the bag. That's secured. You know what I'm saying? He had to make himself a Hall of Famer. It wasn't like he was a highly touted guy coming out of, you know what I'm saying, coming out of college. So yeah, man, like he's just a worker, and again, another person that's gonna be in there at 4 o'clock in the morning with the Tim Harrises and the Kevin Beards and the Mario Cristobal's. That group has to get bigger and more focused because this is a lot of hard work in front of them, man. To lock this Miami shit, the South Florida shit down. So this right here is the only thing that makes sense. And when you said that shit, I was like, yo, that has to be like he must be like an associate to every position on defense, and then also like be Alonzo's right hand man when like some shit needs to happen. Like he needs to be like at every position. He need like like the leadership chart. That's like every picture Jason Taylor's like right under it. You know what I'm saying? Like just and he's just that's finding a way to give him more bag. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I call him. I used to, I call him Forrest Gump, man, because he just, Forrest Gump was a millionaire cutting the high school
Yeah,
grass. You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like that's on some Jason Taylor
Oh,
type
that's
shit.
hell yeah. Yeah. He had that Bubba Gump money, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's
Yeah,
dope. Yeah, Jason
yeah.
Taylor coming.
And he cutting the
Yeah,
grass. You know what I mean? He running, he on the riding
yeah.
lawnmower at the school, just cutting the grass,
That's
man.
a great movie, by the way. I love that one. I haven't seen that movie in a minute, but
Love
that's a
it,
good ass
man.
movie.
Love
That's a
it.
good movie. All right,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, Jason Taylor, man. All right, man. It's that time, man. We get into this ad. So Jason Taylor moved to the field. We have no more coaches, right? No more coaching vacancies. It looked like a die staying, which is shocking to me. So he's still here.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
see.
we'll see. You never
You
know
know
what
what I
happens
mean?
before Saturday, man.
They got to finalize the staff and all that. We'll see,
Yeah,
man.
before Saturday, because then they got to have the. You know what I'm saying? That's when they have the opening press conferences and all the coaches and everybody talks to everybody. So yeah, man. All right, let's get into this ad from our people at Caneswear. Hey, man,
Welcome to Caneswear. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has all latest merchandise for the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Inter Miami Soccer, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive. Just
what it is, man. Shout out to Caneswear. They just had their signing this past Sunday. You see them repping. You know what I'm saying? I'm the Caneswear hat right here. Always never know where to turn. Right? I'm not gonna put it on. I'm not gonna embarrass
Man,
myself.
throw
You know what
that
I'm saying?
thing
I'm not
on,
doing that on the
man.
show. I'm not doing that on the show. Hey man, I saw a UM hat in that.
Turn it backwards, man.
Hey
Right?
man,
You know
look, I
what I
told you it's gonna
mean?
sit up top, man. I'm not doing that up here, man. I'm not.
Yes,
But
exactly.
I saw so they can see that it's not snapped. So they can see it's not snapped. No, I'm not doing that. Just hanging out here. Hey man, I
Yeah,
saw a hat in that commercial. I need that
yeah,
that gray with the orange
yeah.
M and the green bill is tough. I was like, ooh, that stood out right there. Hey man, they had a good signing with Nigel Pack and Jordan Miller. We talked to Brett earlier today. So they were nothing but nice young men. You know what I'm saying? Took time with everybody who showed up.
And
So salute to them, man. Hey, look,
remember,
Caneswear is doing great stuff, man.
it's
That's where we
still
shop.
spring. Well, not
It's the only
spring,
spell.
but they got the starter jackets, man. They got the starter jackets. We had them on last week's episode. We got the starter
Ooh, get it.
jackets. 99,
Get it.
99, man.
Yeah.
On
Yeah.
sale, 99.99. Go pick you up
Mm-hmm.
one or two.
Mm-hmm. Look, man, for all
Yeah.
my big dudes out there, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of son, that jacket is so comfortable, man. It is perfect. You know what I'm saying? It is a perfect bomber jacket, starter jacket. It's a dope jacket, man. Dope fit. Definitely recommend it. Not just saying that because they're our sponsor, man. I'm being 100% honest with you.
Snuggled up
I
in
wore that shit. I was like, God
there.
damn, this shit felt like home. I was like, it felt so good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I was like, ooh, shit. I was trying to stay away. This should feel like a snuggie. All right, man. So, hey, look, man. We're going to keep it a buck. We only have one person, you know what I'm saying, listen out for the keyword. This is what happens. If you don't listen, if you don't leave the comment, follow, subscribe, make sure you're logged in, and hit us up on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? It's a couple different things you got to do, but it's free money, baby. All you got to do is hit us up. Like, yo, man, keyword
Yeah.
this is my name, my first and last name. We hit up Brett, and at checkout, you get $10 off. So I only had one. We're gonna shoot Brett the name after we get it. But 505 Kanye, man, on Twitter, it was the only dude that listened out. People listen, but they forget to type out the keyword. You losing it. We're 3 away from 600. The next show, you might be missing out an opportunity to get a $25 gift card. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
$25.
yeah,
$25. That means that starter jacket is only $70,
yeah,
man.
buddy.
You know what I'm saying? Let's make some things happen, man. What we talking about? Trying to get everybody in Canesville gear by spring game. Because us right here, we're gonna be there. We're gonna be at spring game. Come say what's up, man. We're gonna be at Canesville. I'm buying too much shit that we already got and we just want more of. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to find the hat and go through all of Brett's
order for you.
You know what I'm saying? Brett's like, nope, this one not yet. Nope, this one. And I'm gonna get if I get 3. I might have to hit up Brett. Like, yo, man, is there a special order? Like this, we might need to make some because I need more hats in my life, man. I need more hats in my life.
Home.
Yo, man, today's keyword
HOME
is home.
Coming home. Yes.
Home. HOME.
Yes.
Just like Kevin Beard came home. Home, man. That's it, man. All you gotta do, give us your comments for the show and put home at the end, man. Capital bold and hit us up, man. Make sure you're already logged in with
email. We need an email.
Brett said he'll take care of you. You can find you from your
email.
From your name in and put it on your account, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. That helps Brett a lot. All right, guys. That's it, man. Last time I'm gonna tell you, keyword is home. Keyword is home for the next show. We'll announce the winners for this podcast episode on Monday's episode for next week. All right, man, we starting a new segment today, man. My big brother Joe over here had a great idea. You know what I'm saying? Salute to him. We got a segment coming here called Forgotten Canes, man. Canes fans, we know we try to remember all that, man. But we gonna start this one off with the only way we saw fit, man. Because this man, I'm gonna put the highlight up in a second. This man had the strongest arm that I remember seeing in the Canes uniform. Man, that was crazy. Hey, man, Forgotten Cane number 1. The only way to start this thing here. Stephen Morris, man, balled out at the U. Balled.
Yeah, man. I was watching some games, man, and it just happened to be those years with Duke and Stephen Morris, man, and that NC State game, man. I think it was like I can't remember the year, 2012, 2013, something like that.
Son, the highlights, I went down.
Oh my
look, man, there's a lot of copyright shit on YouTube, so make sure y'all go to YouTube and type in Stephen Morris Miami highlights. It's like a 9-minute clip from the ACC Digital Network. Those highlights were crazy. This man could throw on a dime off his back foot. You know what I'm saying? Like he had an arm that we hadn't seen here in. I think the only one I could compare him to, if I go, you know what I'm saying, deep in the cut for a Hurricane, is maybe a Kyle Wright. I think Kyle Wright had a crazy arm, but concussions and injuries kind of got him. But Stephen Morris balled out here, man. Look, it's Forgotten Canes only because we sometimes forget we still have ballers here, man. We might have been quote unquote irrelevant or, you know what I'm saying, whatever you want to call it, but we had some ballers here, man. Stephen Morris was one of them, man. That dude balled out. Morris, man. Dude balled out here at the U. Why'd you want to go with him first, man?
Yeah, man, I was watching. You remember? Yeah, I was watching the games, man. I just happened to, I was like, let me watch some Kane highlights, man. And I started out watching, the 2017 Notre Dame game. You know what I mean? Then just gradually went back. Facts. And that NC State game came on, man, with him. Man, I was like, yo, Stephen Morris.
Yeah. And we're gonna keep this going, man.
You know what
we
I
got
mean? And
somebody. We got somebody planned for
then I hit
Sunday.
you like, yo,
You know what I'm
man, we
saying?
should
Have
do
his
it
little
from,
high,
we should do it,
have his highlight up. I think we already talked about him
segment.
earlier in the show. You know what I'm saying? We'll drop that one in on Sunday, man. So we'll make that happen.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, man, salute to Stephen Morris, man. Still trying to go at it. I looked up, man, he's still trying to make, you know what I'm saying, trying to get back to the league. He had a cup of coffee with the Colts and the Eagles and a couple different teams, just hasn't hit. Sometimes, look, man, look at Geno Smith. Sometimes it's not the time you think, sometimes it's just the right time when it's supposed to happen. So yeah, man, he's with the Orlando Apollos. So salute to him, man, and keep working and keep grinding, man. Proud of you, man. That's it. That's just hard to keep the work going when people think it's not cool anymore, man. So that's a big move for you, man. So keep doing your thing, man. All right, man. Fam, before it feels like just yesterday the season ended, and now spring practice is starting.
No doubt.
Spring practice on Saturday, March 4th.
I used to hate spring ball, man.
Why is that?
I used to hate it. I hated it because it wasn't real.
Yeah.
Like we wasn't playing. We wasn't playing. You know what I mean? So, and after spring ball is over, you got like 6 more months.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? So you start playing, man. So yeah, I was not happy about spring ball. I used to try to get out of spring ball, man. Never did. But
Yeah, you tried though. It didn't stop you from trying. Yeah, man. Hey, man, look, this is year zero. It feels like again, right? All new coaching staff, all you know, what I'm saying, a bunch of new players with like 40 new players on the roster, with freshmen and transfers, and who knows who's coming after spring ball. But yeah, man, like it's gonna be like teaching these young men all over again, different verbiage, different coaching styles, different teaching styles. So it's gonna be something. I'm looking forward to all the reports from, you know what I'm saying, the Gabbies, the Zubies, you know what I'm saying, like all of them to keep us informed and be like, and see what's going on. I already saw from salute to D Money from Kane's Insight that Samson has been blowing it up in training. You know what I'm saying? Like true freshman coming in. So again, would wish he would not have to play, and we had the depth where he could wait a year and be a baller next year, have a fully formed year where he gets his body acclimated to it. But it is what it is, man. And we'll see. So yeah, man. So spring practice starts Saturday. We got to get into we gotta say one area of concern going into this this season, man, in this spring practice. What you got?
wide receivers are the area of concern. Yes, we have X back. I think he's full go. We have the young guys coming in, but who emerges, man? We talk Jacoby George. We Frank Lasson still around. Um, Isaiah Horton. You
Michael
know,
Redding.
I mentioned him.
Michael Redding, right?
You mentioned him. Redding still around. Like who? You know, it feels like the slot is taken care of, right? X, Rashard Smith, Ray, and
Washington.
the other kid, twin, Bobby. You know, so or Robbie,
I have
Robbie.
no idea. If I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know which one's which.
I think it's Robbie. I think it's Robbie's the receiver. Robbie receiver. That's how I equate the thing. Robbie receiver.
Okay, all right, I see it.
Yeah.
Good job. I like the phonetics in that. All right, respect.
Yeah, so you know we got the slots, you know, and we got a lot of toys to play with, you know. So
I mean, you gotta make work
Mm-hmm.
with what you got, man. For me, offensive line. You know what I mean? Like we have the Javion Cohens, the Sampsons and the Francises and the Coopers. But yeah, man, look, it's been a position that we've struggled with. I can't, like, off the top of my head, I can't remember the last time we had a dominant or semi-dominant offensive line. You know what I mean? Just for and dominate consistently, not like have flashes or moments. So till I see it, I'm not going to be like, oh, this Mario and Mirrorball saved it. You know what I mean? Like we saw with the young man from last year, they can develop the shit out of somebody very quickly because to me, he was our
Yeah.
best offensive lineman towards the end of the season. Like he got better. Like it seemed like he was the only given injuries and stuff like that, but he came in, lost mad weight because he was an early enrollee last year, and he's only gotten better. So I mean, who knows what he could be now with a full year under his belt.
Right.
And you know what another area of concern is? The training program. Like a lot of people have had the off-season training program. I see a lot of people on Twitter and saying that have left comments like, "Oh, we had too many injuries last year." So I was thinking about this, right?
Mm.
If you have a trainer, right, that doesn't, I don't know how to say it, that doesn't get you to work, right? Doesn't get you in the right stretches, doesn't do the right exercise, you know what I'm saying? Like doesn't have the right regiment for you, just kind of, and who know, like these are certified people, I get it. But there's trainers that are good and there's trainers that are great. When a trainer is not demanding more of you and you're still trying to do those same old stretches and the same old preparation, you're gonna have injuries.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
happened to me. Like when you go cold for a while and then you start getting back to the gym, you can't lift like you used to. You know what I'm saying? You got to take a little bit of time and merge in. And if you're taking those days off, but your diet ain't right. You know what I'm saying? Your nutrition ain't right, and you're still learning all those things, and you're trying to work out, but now your trainer is a monster who's addicted to training, like Coach Feld is. You're gonna have those injuries. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And you're 30. If you're a 30-year
Yeah.
guy in the program, and you've had 2 or 3 different trainers, and now this guy comes in, those injuries are gonna happen, right? Because that's I don't think, because remember they have limited time with you, so a lot of it becomes your responsibility. Like, oh, the training ain't gonna be that hard. We've been here for 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Like if you ain't stretching right, you might not. If you don't stretch after your workout, you asking for an injury. If you don't stretch before, you got to work out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Get your body loose and warm and all. You know what I'm saying? Get those joints moving because every day, brother, you are a little bit older. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yep.
that's just facts. So you got to do the work on you.
See me stretching right
Yeah,
now.
man, I'm over here
Oh,
like I'm talking all this. I was like I'm over here. You off
man.
camera, I'm like stretching my calf. You know what I'm saying? I'm like that's my calf ain't feeling right. Like I
Yeah,
popped a
man.
few tendons. So yeah, man. Like I think a lot of it, like people trying to say it like his coach failed. Yes, there's maybe adjustments he could have done, but he's probably coming into like, oh, these are juniors and seniors. Like this is mostly a old team. Like they probably know what they're doing. So you expect them to have that preparedness, and they didn't. You know what I mean? Like again, coaching or talent or preparation. So I think that's something that I haven't seen a lot of people think about. It was like, yo, man, like, son, if you got a trainer, like you could change trainers and have a good one, and then another one demands some other shit, like go a little deeper on that squat. You know what I mean? Hold that squat a little longer. You know what I'm saying? Make sure your flexibility and all that
Yeah.
shit is different. So yeah, man, that's another area of concern because we can't have the same amount of injuries that we had last year. So hopefully, with a full year in that
Hell.
program, their bodies are changed. Their bodies are a little bit better. Jacoby George fills out of jersey a little bit better. No disrespect, but you know what I'm saying? Like we got a lot of
Yeah.
hope.
His joint looking like
Yeah, son,
this.
shit, man,
John.
baggy, son. Like it looked like he brought his son, like you know what I'm saying, brought his son to work, like, but he's the son, so it's you know what I'm saying, like it's
Yeah. Fact.
Jacoby George, man. We
Hey,
want
man.
you to win, fam. Like we want you to make us look. I want you to make me look dumb. I've looked dumb 3 times already on our podcast about Coach Joe and a bunch of other. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I have no. I'll take my embarrassment over your winning all the time. Because if you win, I win as a fan. So I'm good with it. We want you to take that next
Yep.
step. So hopefully you took the off season right. You didn't get in trouble and do something stupid. You know what I'm saying? That broke team rules where you got to be suspended. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know Mario don't play that shit, man. This ain't a game anymore. All right, that was my rant for this one, man. But yeah, that was my 2 areas of concern: line and how they take in the off season program because it kicks right off after spring. So
Yeah. Yeah. And I hope people don't get discouraged by spring.
mm-hmm.
If you see the spring game and it's not looking good or whatever, please don't get
No.
discouraged, man. We got 2 new
Yep.
coordinators. One, they're difficult to learn in their own right, but the defense, in my opinion, is going to be much harder to learn than the
Yep.
offense. You know what I mean? But you still got to learn new terminology and new ways of doing things and all that, man. So what we see in spring is going to be very
Yep.
vanilla. So the defense knows the plays because they've been practicing
Yep.
against them the
hmm
whole spring, so they probably know the calls and all that. So
I'm gonna look at spring as just honestly, like I'm not gonna look at it a way to like evaluate the team because again, all new coaches. Son, what is it? New wide receiver coach, new quarterback coach, which is the OC, new running back coach, new D line coach, new linebacker coach, new DC. That's a lot of new voices. That's what I'm saying
yep,
and they're not all settled. Like I don't even know if Kevin Beard's moved in yet. You know what I'm saying? He just got the job last night. So he's
right,
got to fly in and spring
yeah,
practice starts Saturday. Let's take it chill. Don't try
yeah.
to add.
He ready to get out of
Yeah,
Toledo.
because
He ready to get his ass out
yeah,
Toledo. He's probably packed.
he,
So
he probably had his bags
he
packed, just
probably left
waiting.
all his
Just
he left all his clothes there, son. Like I don't need this
he
winter
probably
shit
stayed at he probably
anymore.
stayed at a
So,
hotel. Like, yo, man, I'm out. Hey, y'all sell this shit on eBay or something. Take it to a Goodwill. I'm out.
for real,
But yeah, man. Like
for
I'm
real.
looking at spring game just as a chance to, I'm saying, to kick it with the fans, man. To kick, I'm saying, get to know people
Mm-hmm.
and just, I'm saying, and kind of go to I've never been to a spring game. I'm saying, so it's gonna be. I'm looking forward to it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm saying, meeting Brett from
Yeah,
Kingsware, just because it's not a place. Mario ain't gonna show you shit at a spring game. Like
yeah,
they ain't no. Even if
yeah.
they've been working and doing crazy shit, ain't nothing you're gonna see that's gonna be like, oh, they did this. Like that's just not gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. We got injuries
Yeah,
too. Is
nah.
coming out of spring. Like a lot of players ain't gonna participate. Like
Mm-hmm.
James Williams ain't gonna be there. I'm saying he's recovering from a shoulder injury, so it's gonna be. I'm saying that's the type of stuff we'll keep an eye out on. Hopefully, no injuries coming out of the spring. I'm saying I don't want no
No
Trevante
doubt.
Citizen situation. So yeah,
Yeah.
man.
And we get to see the young guys, man. I love
Mm-hmm.
that. You know what I mean? I want to see the young guys, man. I want to see how the young O linemen look. You know what I mean? I really want to see the linebackers,
Mm-hmm.
man. I want whoever's I want to see Bobby
Yep.
Washington. You know what I
Malik
mean?
Bryant.
I don't know if Pulliam is on campus yet. Is he?
I don't know. I don't know how was it Georgia. I don't know how Georgia
Or
works.
Malik Bryant on
Malik Bryant's
campus.
on
Malik
campus.
Bryant's
Yeah,
on campus.
yeah.
Yeah, I want to see Malik Bryant. You know what I mean? Popo,
I think Popo's there.
I think he's coming in the summer, right?
We
Or
got to
is it?
take a look at that.
I
We got
don't
to
know.
take a look at that.
Yeah,
I don't know if
but the
Popo's.
backers, I just want to see the young backers,
Yeah,
man. You know what I
I
mean?
want to see, and you know what I want to see. I want to see who shows up. What recruits come out and show
Yeah.
that interest, not just because it's right down the street. Because look, man, I'm gonna keep it up. There's a lot of. I lived in Miami for a very long time. There's a lot of places I never went to just to be seen. You know what I'm saying? Like when
Hmm.
I made
Hmm.
all my movements were targeted. Like I was never at some place
Hmm.
I didn't need to be. You know what I'm saying, that I didn't want to be at. And I don't think a lot of people are
Facts.
just like, oh, let me just go over there to kick it. Like that's not my because you got to deal
Yeah.
with traffic. Miami ain't a place
Some might though,
that if they're
because
close.
you probably getting well taken care of.
Facts,
You know what I
facts.
mean? You getting well taken
Yeah,
care of.
no, I'm not saying that
You know what I
everybody
mean?
who shows up because you might have over 100 recruits there. I'm not saying everybody that shows up because if you
Mhm.
flying in, that's different. And you coming to Miami, that's you can take that. You'll take that
Yeah.
flight for sure. But I'm
Yeah.
saying for me, if you live in
Yeah.
Miami,
Yeah.
it's you constantly visiting or constantly there. Like what was it like Ray did last year was always on campus, but nobody wanted to report it
Mhm.
because he was a secret. He was a secret
Right.
commit, but was committed to Clemson at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of that stuff is gonna happen in the shadows, and we'll hear some things. You know what I mean? And we'll relay it back to you. But yeah, man, it's gonna be cool to see shit a Jeremiah Smith or a JoJo Trader or a Chance Robinson. You know what I'm saying? Or the big ass offensive
Yep.
linemen all over the country that Mirrorball is recruiting. You know what I'm saying? Those
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
behemoths, like those are like,
Yeah.
yo, how are you 18, fam? Where you gotta like look up, like how is
Yeah.
this possible, man?
6'8", 6'7", six
Yeah,
eight.
man,
Yeah,
like
man.
this is wild.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, those are areas of concern. You know what I'm saying? We chopped it up. Joe, I got nothing else, fam. You got something?
Before we bounce, man, I wanna just send well wishes, man, and congratulate the young men that are starting the combine,
Mm,
NFL combine tomorrow. One of my son's teammates, Trenton Simpson,
okay.
is expected to be a first round
That's what's
pick.
up.
And I want to shout him out, man. You know what I mean? I want him to get busy. He's gonna his athleticism's off the chart, man. We looking at probably gonna run a 4.5 or
Whew.
better. He's probably gonna bench, at least 15 or
Hmm.
better. He probably gonna broad jump 10 and better. And his vert is probably gonna be a 36 or better.
What
You know
position
what I
does he
mean?
play?
So he's gonna test a he's a linebacker, outside linebacker.
Whew, that's serious.
But I think he can play outside linebacker, but I think he can play a in the box safety. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like a jack position, whatever they want to call it. You know what I mean? But
yeah, that's what's up, man.
yeah, man, he's an athlete. He's an athlete,
Well,
man.
good
So
luck
I think he gonna move up the boards. He gonna move up the boards,
after his
man.
performance. That's what's up, man. Look, man, that's dope. That's dope,
Yes,
man. You know what I'm saying? Get a
yes,
chance to go to the league,
yes.
secure a bag, and make that generational wealth, and
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, and hopefully do your thing in the league, man. Hey, man, good luck to you, and good luck to
yeah.
all the other young men and former Canes that got invited to the combine, man. So we'll see what's popping, man.
Yep, yep.
All right, guys, we got